What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Love Bites. Yes, indeed. Love Bites fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Hamish Alexander, and this is actually Hamish Alexander's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Hamish. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Hamish wanted to see me react to this song by Love Bites called Soldier Stands Solitarily. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Beautiful Night, okay? And the video has 32,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Love Bites, Soldier Stands Solitarily. English translation of the board. Okay, whatever that means. We've done a couple of reactions to this setup already. This is from their live stream for the album Listen Through, if I remember correctly. That's what this is. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Like those accents. And we're off and running. Wow. Oh, I like those accents. The accents in this is what's really doing it for me more than anything else. Don't get me wrong. The composition sounds great so far. I mean, everything sounds good. What really is standing out besides the accents? Asami's vocals are really standing out. After the first half of each phrase, going with that ascending line, ba, 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 just holding the notes with those ascensions, that's really, really good. The guitars, it sounds like tapping. In the intro, it sounds like unison line tapping or harmonics tapping. Sounds really good. It's clean. It's together. It sounds precise. I like it. I mean, don't get me, like I said, I like it, everything I'm hearing, but what's really doing the song for me right now more than anything are the accents. Like right on that last line, for example, let's take back just a little bit. Coming out of this chorus. Was it 8? Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's 9. Nice. No, it's not that. It's 8. It's just 8s. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah, it's just 9 8 notes. So you're doing 8 notes for the whole measure, and then you hit the next accent on the first downbeat of the next measure. Got it. Okay, so 9. Very effective. Very, very effective. It brings definite and precise and undeniable closure to the chorus. Chorus is over. Moving on. You know what I mean? Really nicely done. Really nicely done. I also love the accents at the beginning. I'm not going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'll listen on my own time, but the accents of the intro were really nice too. The accents more than anything are what's selling this song for me right now. So let's keep going here. Just like in the first verse. Yep. Sounds like we may have a guitar solo here. Let me back up. I don't want to have to stop in the middle of a guitar solo. Following the same format as first verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So then we have second verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's how most songs go. Most songs are rinse and repeat. Makes perfect sense. The pre-chorus is nice. I don't want anybody to take what I'm about to say out of context. I like the pre-chorus. I like what it does. I like how it's structured. I like the modulation for the purpose of the chorus. I like that. I just wonder if there's anything they could have done differently to make the pre-chorus stand out a little bit more. I mean, don't get me wrong, the modulation definitely helps. It definitely helps, but I wonder if there's something they could have done to make the pre-chorus stand apart from the verse. Because, okay, the pre-chorus going into the chorus, you hear that definite break. You hear that definite separation. There's the end of the pre-chorus and there's the beginning of the chorus, and there's no blend. There's I mean, it sounds great together. Don't get me wrong. It does sound great going into it, but there's a definite break. You could hear the separation between the two. Verse into pre-chorus. Other than the modulation, there's really there's no defined separation. You see what I'm saying? It just feels like the verse blends right into the pre-chorus. Even with the modulation, it just feels like it blends. I wonder if there's something Haruna could have done. And this really is, more than anything, this is going to come down to Haruna. I wonder if there's something she could have done as a setup, like as a fill to set up, like maybe take, you know, the last measure of the verse and use that entire measure as a fill, or maybe even 2 measures as a setup fill for the pre-chorus. I wonder if that might make a difference for me. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. It sounds good. It sounds just fine. I like the pre-chorus. I just wonder if there's some way they could have separated the verse and the pre-chorus just a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, it's even with that, it still sounds great. I love what I'm hearing. All right, guitar solo time. Let's see what they got. Dual harmonize, yep. Typical. Oh, I like those axles with the splash. Nice job on Family Bear. Bonnie. Still learning her name. I heard at the end of the dual harmonizing guitar solo, I heard Fami come in with her bass line there. Really nice. Very tasteful. No popping and slapping, just nice, clean, melodic lines with good attack, good punch. I like it. I like it. It sounded really good. During the dual harmonizing guitar solo, I couldn't help but hear Haruna come in with the splash. Just hit, I think it was like 3 hits, you know, it was like ga ga ga, something like that, or it was da da da. It was 2 and 1, or it was 1 and 2. I'm not sure, but I don't remember. But I remember it was the splash, and I like that. That was nice. That was really nicely done. Very tastefully done. It's funny. Miyako was putting up signs saying, you know, Miyako solo, Midori solo. The funny thing is, I didn't need that. Like, I could tell. I could absolutely tell the first half was Miyako and the second half was Midori. And then, you know, obviously coming together like they always do. And that is not a criticism. That is not a put down. They have a formula that works. One solos, the other solos, they come together for a dual harmonized solo. I got no problem with it. I mean, they could do that every single song, and I would be okay with it. I think pretty much every song I've listened to them from them so far, they've done that. And I got no issue with it. I know a lot of people might say, oh, it's, you know, one-trick pony or whatever. You know what? If that one-trick pony is that, I got no issue with it. I have no issue with it whatsoever because it sounds great. So anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Interesting. Stop. We got to hear that again. Oh, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're going to go back. I got to hear that drum fill again. That you talking about separation, boy. That definitely separated. It's interesting that they came back out of the solos. They came back in on the pre-chorus instead of the verse. I like that. I like it. It eliminates a lot of, I don't want to say dead time because it's not dead time. Even if they had come back on the verse, I wouldn't say it's dead time, but they definitely trimmed the fat. You know what I mean? They definitely trimmed down to what they need. Coming back in directly on the chorus, I think that would have been a little abrupt coming back in pre-chorus into chorus, yeah, definitely the right call. And I love that drum fill. We got to hear that again. Wait a minute. She's switching up feel right in the middle of the fill. So she's doing sixteenths into sextuplets. No. Yeah, that would be it. Oh, no way. 8/16 sextuplets. Oh, are you kidding me? One more time. One more time. I got to hear that again. 8/16 sextuplets. That's great. Nice. Really nice. Oof. Oh, man. Man, I gotta think about this. I really do. Because I'm having a thought in my head right now, and I before I say what I want to say, I had better make dang sure that A, I believe wholeheartedly what I want to say. It's not just a knee-jerk reaction. And B, if I'm going to say it, I better be able to back it up. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Love Bites with Soldier Stands Solitarily. This was a request from Hamish Alexander, and this was actually Hamish Alexander's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Hamish. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I really had to take a step back, and I had to really think about this because as soon as the song was done, I wanted to say something. I did. Well, there was a couple of things I wanted to say. And I had to take a step back. I had to calm down, stop geeking out. And I had to really think about what I was going to say, think about how I was going to say it. And before I did any of that, I needed to make sure that I really wanted to say what I was going to say. And make sure that A, I was serious and I meant it. B, I could back it up. So I am really glad I did that because I can honestly say that those things that I wanted to say, I can actually say now without hesitation because I thought about it and it's not just a knee-jerk reaction. Let's start with the score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 9.5. Yep, 9.5. You heard me. I didn't stutter. That is the score I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to say a couple of things. Now, hopefully Love Bites fans will just take what I'm about to say at face value. And I just hope they'll accept what I'm going to say, they'll appreciate what I'm going to say, and that will be the end of it. I'm really hoping that that's the case. Now, will that happen? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I know that there are always rabid fans out there who, you know, protect their band that they love dearly with their lives if necessary. And they believe that everything their favorite band does deserves a 10 and all this other stuff. And I'm sorry, I can't help those people.
Nope.
As much as I would love to help those people, I am not a psychologist and I am not a psychiatrist. I cannot help those people. I'm sorry. I just can't do that.
That's the truth.
But I am going to say a couple of things here that I'm hoping everybody. It doesn't matter if they agree with me or disagree with me. I just hope that they can take it at face value and they don't feel like going on the attack, you know, to defend their favorite band or anything like that. So I'm going to start off by making this statement. In my opinion, remember that. In my opinion, this is, I believe, the best song that Love Bites has written. I wholeheartedly believe that. The speed and the tempo that they wrote this song at is breakneck. I mean, it is fast. And yet, with that fast tempo, they were able to do two things. One, write a song that is hard-hitting, fast, without question is metal. I mean, there's absolutely no question about that. But yet at the same time, they were able to add elements of beauty and, for lack of a better word, the best word I could think of is this, prettiness. There were elements, there were times where this song got pretty. Even though it was still going 120 miles an hour, the beauty still was there. Folks, let me tell you, that is not easy to do. I've only heard a handful of bands, maybe a grand total of maybe, I'm going to say less than 20 bands that I've ever heard in my life who have ever been able to pull that off. To have the intensity and the energy and the drive, and yet have this beauty and this, for lack of a better word, prettiness be in the song as well at the exact same time. Dear Lord, that is a rare thing, and they didn't just do it; they did it well. The intro alone was it, like, okay, when the intro was kicking, it was starting, and you heard the soloing, you heard the accents, which I loved, by the way. One of the absolute biggest selling points of this entire song were those accents. You could feel we were gonna take off. You could feel it, right? You could feel the build. But what you didn't feel was how fast we were going to take off. We knew we were going to take off. We knew that was going to happen. We just didn't know the speed at which we were going to take off. They took off like a shot. My goodness. It was incredibly fast, like to the point where I was wondering, are they going to be able to maintain this speed without wrecking? I mean, it's like driving that Ferrari at 180 miles an hour down, Lombard Street in San Francisco. Yeah, good luck with that. You know, I've never seen anybody go down that at 180. I've seen people go down that street at 60 or 70. One of the windiest roads you've ever seen in America. It is just a crazy, crazy road to drive down. But you could be going down that doing 90 and wreck, you know what I mean? But here they are doing like 88, down that, and you're just wondering, are they gonna wreck? Are they gonna wreck? Are they gonna wreck? Is it gonna be this turn where they wreck? Nope. Never wrecked, not once. They pulled it off. the instrumentation was fantastic from everybody involved, all 4 instrumentalists. Haruna definitely bringing it with the accents, with the drum fills. Loved that drum fill after the guitar solo going into the final chorus. That was fantastic. 8ths into 16ths into sextuplets, which is funny because I've heard solos, I've heard drum fills like that, but they always go faster. They'll always go, 8ths to 16ths to 30 seconds, or they'll do 8ths to sextuplets to 16ths. It always increases in speed. What she did was she went from 8ths to 16ths, and then she pulled it back for 30 seconds. I don't hear too many drummers do that. It's always easier to go faster than it is to go faster and then pull back. You know what I mean? So good on her. Good on her for pulling that off. Very, very consistent drumming through the entire song. Fami's bass playing on this, very tasteful, very well done. The more I listen to her playing with Love Bites in this style, the more confident I'm becoming in she's the gal. She's the woman. She's the gal to take the job. She's the right fit. The more I listen, the more I hear from her playing without the popping and slapping, the more confidence I'm gaining in her being the right fit. I'm almost there. I am almost there. If I hear one more song like this where her bass playing fits like a glove, I'm gonna have all doubts erased. So I'm really hoping that is the case. I'm hoping that the next song I listen to from Love Bites, whenever that is, will have the same effect. She really fit in well with this song. Even when she had that bass line, I don't know if I would call it a solo, but it was definitely a bass break after the dual harmonizing guitar solos, where she came in and she took over for a few measures. I liked it. I really liked it because it wasn't simple. It was, I mean, when I was listening to what she played, it wasn't easy, but it was all based on melodics and great notational selection rather than popping and slapping 1s and 8s. You know what I mean? I liked her melodic approach far more than the popping and slapping approach I've heard from her in the past. Guitars. Oh, dear Lord. Kudos to them for playing at that speed for the entire song. I really enjoyed their playing, man. The tone that they have. I mean, I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I'm gonna say a lot of the same things that I say about them all the time. But it fits the context of the song here. Very accurate playing, very clean playing, very precise playing, especially when they are playing together in the solo section or in the intro or throughout the rest of the song where you hear them playing in those harmonized parts. Very accurate, very clean. I would love to see this song played live. This song screams live play. This song needs to be played live. I really hope they do add this to their set list. You know what this song could be? This could be a great closer. This could be the song that closes out the show, or it could be the song that starts the show. Either one. I mean, I could see the song being used either way, and it would work. It would absolutely work. And the guitar playing is one of the major reasons for that. It was funny when I was watching the video. Miyako was down there holding up the signs, Miyako solo, Midori solo. Funny thing is, I didn't need those. I could tell. I could tell the first solo was Miyako. I could tell the second solo, the solo was Midori. And then, of course, like always, they come back together. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like under the impression that I'm criticizing them for that. No, listen to me very carefully. That is not a criticism, okay? They found a formula that works for them, and they use it consistently, and every time they do it, they deliver. A lot of people might think that I'm saying that that's a one-trick pony. I am not saying that in any way, shape, or form. There may be other people that might say that, and to those people I say this: at least that pony has a trick. How many ponies do you know out there that even have a trick that is half as good as that trick is? So what if it's a one-trick pony? Who cares? It works every time. They deliver every time, and I have absolutely no complaint about it every time. So I got no issue with it. I like it. I think it's refreshing. compared to a lot of these other bands who don't even solo at all. So kudos to them, both of them. The two high points of this song for me personally, though, was Haruna's drumming. I've already talked about it. I loved it. I loved everything that she did. And Asami's vocals. This is where the prettiness comes into play. Asami was able to hit those notes in the verses, those ascending notes. And she was able to hit the same notes in the chorus, but you heard two different approaches. In the verses, pure power. Pure power. No question about it. It was absolutely pure power. She would belt those notes. And I loved it. I thought it was very, very appropriate for what was happening within the song. When she got into the choruses, she would belt, and then other times she would back off in the belting and she would sweeten her voice up to add that layer of beauty into the song. That, like I said, folks, that is not easy to do. In a fast-paced metal song like this, to add that beauty and yet make it fit. You can have songs where singers can add that sweetness. Oh, sure, we hear that often. But does the sweetness always fit? When you are just belting it out, and now you're gonna pull back and make the exact same melodic line that you were previously singing, you're gonna sweeten it up and take away some of the power and take away from some of the, for lack of a better word, some of the harshness that comes with that power. That's not a criticism, that's just a fact, okay? But that she backed off on it and she made the sweetness happen. Now, how many bands have we heard do that? We've heard quite a few bands do that in the past. How many of them make it fit? How many of them make it work appropriately, like it was meant to be? Not many. And that comes down to two things. One, the vocalist's ability to do that, and two, the songwriter knowing what was expected and hoping that it would happen in the vocals when it was written. It was written in a way to be able to accommodate both belting and beautiful. I got no issue with it. I have no issue with it whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved everything about the song. I really did. And the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to go on record here, and I'm going to say this. And I know you hear a lot of people say this. I know this sounds extremely cliche, but I want all the Love Bites fans out there, I want you to think back on all the reactions I've done to Love Bites. How many times have you heard me say what I'm about to say? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I think I've said it maybe 2 times or maybe 3 times before this. So when I say it, you know I'm being serious, okay? This is without a doubt, and I had to really think about this. This is without a doubt my favorite song from Love Bites, hands down. I know in the past I've said that about other songs. I said that about Raise Some Hell. I said that about Hammer of Wrath. I've said that about, oh gosh, there was a few other songs I've said that about. Glory to the World, I think I said that about. God, I think that's it. I think that's the only 3 I said that about. But I mean, I without question, without hesitation, I'm going to say this is my favorite song from Love Bites. Until something comes along, and hopefully something comes along and breaks it. You know, maybe there will be another song down the road, you know, that maybe not from this album, maybe another album that comes along that I react to that I go, oh, I like this one even better than Soldier Stands Solitarily. Okay, great, no problem. Then I'll say that about that. But if you look at my history with Love Bites, you'll know, if you've watched all my reactions, you know I don't say that in every single video like a lot of other people do. Nope. If I'm going to say that, I better mean it, and I better be able to back it up. And I absolutely mean it, and I just backed it up with my evaluation of the song. That is why this is my new favorite from them, without question, and I absolutely stand behind that 100%. I went back after I came up with the 9.5. I was curious if I had given any other song from Love Bites that score, and I have not. This is the new high score for Love Bites, is 9.5. Before that, what was it? What song was it that had the 9.4? I forgot. One song did. It was the Hammer of Wrath. got a 9.4. This beat it by 0.1, so hey, it still beat it. And I want to leave a little room just in case something else comes along, you know, that might even be better than this. We'll have to wait and see. But 9.5, I feel very confident about that score. I feel great about that score. That is where we're at, and that is where we're going to stay. So 9.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make a difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.